David Welday of HigherLife Publishing presents the 5 key questions every author needs to answer.
Let me tell you about 5 key questions that I think every published author needs to be able to answer. In fact, you ought to be able to answer these before you get published. You ready? Question number 1. Why do I write this book? Why am I writing this book? You see, the answer to that why question is really compelling and powerful. I remember visiting with a prospective author, and I was being picked up by a friend, and I was asking him what he did for a living, and he was telling me that he was a consultant for the plastics industry. Well, I don't know anything about plastics, and that didn't sound particularly interesting to me. So I just asked him, so why did you get into that business? And he started to tell me the story of how he used to work for a big corporation, and he saw that big corporations had proprietary information that the little guys didn't. And he said, I wanted to level the playing field. So I wanted to get involved and provide information to the smaller organizations that the big guys had access to that they didn't. What he was doing is he wasn't telling me what he did, he was telling me why he did it. And you know what? His why was interesting. I found myself gravitating to it. So take some time to consider why it is that you feel compelled to write this book that you're writing. Because the why may be some of the most powerful marketing information that we as your publisher or whoever your publisher is going to be will want to take advantage of. Number 2 question is, who will be your raving fans? Whenever I ask authors, well, who is your book written for? Invariably they say, well, for everybody. Now, I know you think that your book should be read by everybody, but you don't have the bandwidth of time and money to market to everybody. So consider when you drop a pebble into water and you see those concentric circles that ripple out. So what you want to do is market your book, not to everybody, but to that bullseye, to the very center, to those raving fans. You want to market to the people who will most likely tell all of their friends, oh my gosh, you got to read this book. Because if you market to the people who will be your most raving fan, then their promotion, their enthusiasm is going to help propel your message to wider and wider audiences. So be very strategic in defining and thinking through who will be your raving fans. 3rd question, answer the question, how will my message make somebody's life better? Don't tell me what your message is about. Tell me how it's going to help me. So in other words, let's say you've written a book on how to lose weight. Don't tell me how to lose weight. I'm not that interested. What you want to tell me is how amazing I'm going to look in a bathing suit, or how I'm going to attract the attention of the opposite sex because I've got 6-pack abs or look amazing. What you want to do is say how your message is going to benefit people. That's more important to them than knowing the details or the specifics of what your message is about. 4th question is, what are you going to say that hasn't been said 100 times before? Think about this. Let's say you've written a book on the differences between men and women. Well, you know what? There are hundreds of books that have been written on the differences between men and women. But when I mention that topic, probably the book that comes to your mind is John Gray's book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Is what he had to say different? No, but the way he said it was. So think about, maybe you've got an insightful or revelatory message that hasn't been shared before. But maybe what you have to say has been shared before, but the way you have to say it is what makes it stand out, what makes it special. So think about what you're going to say and in a way that's going to make it stand out. And last but not least, answer the where question. When we go back to your who are the people that are going to be your raving fans? This question is, where can you find those people? Several years ago, there was a men's movement that took off, and most people know that men don't read books, at least not as much as women. Well, there were tons of books published for men because now this men's movement created a platform where stadium full of men were showing up. And so the publishers were able to sell books to men because they were finally able to get in front of, to reach their target audience. So it's important for you from a marketing standpoint to be thinking about not just who will be your raving fans, but where can I find them? How expensive and how easy will it be for you to get in front of the audience that you most want to influence with your message? So take a paragraph to write down your answers, your thoughts on those 5 key questions. Why you're writing the book, who will be your raving fans, how is your book going to help people, what are you going to say that hasn't been said before, or what are you going to say differently, and where can you find those people that will most like your book? Good luck.